Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
As we welcome you today to Brighton High School for this homecoming event. Glad you're with us here. It's week 7 of the Section 5 season as the Knights of McQuade Jesuit taking on the Bruins of Brighton, along with Jason Benham back on the broadcast with us. My name is Gene Battaglia, Joel Balthaser, our director here today on the Varsity Media Sports Network, and this is going to be a very, very fun crossover match.
It's going to be awesome. We have a great crowd. They're all in pink. Got two very classy and dynamic football teams ready to play, and we got a little bit of weather, so it feels like fall. I'm excited about this.
Yeah, no doubt. It is going to not what you would want, I guess, in mid-October, kind of a rainy, drizzly day, but it's always exciting here in Brighton how everybody kind of comes out for this event. Winton Road closed today, leading into the game, and here's our captains coming up, and I don't know if you could have scheduled a tougher opponent. The 4-time defending champions of Class AA McQuade Jesuit, as the Bruins have their hands full here today.
And you got to give Coach Leon credit. He's not going to bow down to anybody. He's, they're neighbors with Brighton. They know all these kids, and why not play the best? You got the crowd behind you. Let's make it an event.
No doubt about it. As here comes the coin flip. Brighton, as you would expect, would defer, and with this home crowd today, boy, these students really fired up. That student section is packed today, so they'll get the defense all fired up here today. Brighton coming in with a 4-2 record on the season. They're coming off a couple wins over the Webster teams. Thomas 42-16, and then Schrader winning last week 28-21. Only losses on the season, one to Victor and one in double overtime to Brockport. As for Bobby Bates' team, as we take a look here at our players to watch, and certainly Gavin Parks, we'll be calling out his name a lot today at running back, wearing number 13. Last week, the big game against Schrader.
Gavin's a heck of a runner. He's a shoulder down runner. He hits the hole really nice, and he's a go-to guy.
John Harding, boy, if you're making a list of the top running backs in Section 5, he is on that list, no doubt about it. Harding running hard once again in the win last week. 2 touchdowns against Hilton, where Hilton had the ball in plus territory, but in the end we were not able to come out on top.
Yeah, that AA bracket is crazy. The physicality, the size of these teams. I don't get to see in McQuade that often until the playoffs come, and kind of excited to see them play.
No team has ever won 5 straight sectional championships, so that's what McQuade is going for. And for Brighton at 4-2, they are right in the mix of a very competitive Class A. As the end over end kick, and that will go out of bounds. Starting quarterback for the McQuade Jesuit Knights is Will DeMarco, back for another season, wearing number 80. And if you ask him why do you wear number 80, Will? Well, that was the number he was given way back when, just kind of stuck with it. And playing the quarterback position, you normally don't see that, but if it's working, he'll be on an offense that is led by John Harding. Jameer Bridges, number 5, will be calling his name on both ends tonight. He'll play tight end. He will also play defensive end for this Knights team. Brendan Palladino will be the receiver to the near boundary. This is 1st and 10 after the penalty from their own 35. Offset eye in the backfield where DeMarco will be under center. Rizzo, the fullback, and that goes right up the middle, and that is big yardage to Harding, and Harding getting into plus territory all the way down. They'll mark it at the 45, right out of the get-go, a gain of 20.
It's play one, but it's obvious McQuade's going to look to get into a power game. Looked like to be a double tight formation. Multiple backs in the backfield, and letting the running back go to work.
Gain of 20. 1st and 10 at the 45. lot of pink on the field today. That's great to see for both teams and under Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Here's going to be the handoff going. And that will go for about a gain of 9. Once again, McQuade on the move. And it's going to be Harding once again. Nazir Smith, the defensive end, getting the tackle. Smith, Valkentra Tanko, and A.J. Rosenhall are the defensive linemen for this Bruins team. Thomas Welker, Gavin Parks on the inside, Matthew Heininger and Caleb Williams, your linebackers. This is 2nd down and 1. The playbook wide open here for McQuade as they will hand it off once again to Harding. He's going to get the first down, and he'll get it across the 35 and down to about the 31. John Ahrens, Grady Hopkins are the corners. We take a look at the McQuade starting lineup here, and they have talent everywhere. Xavier Cox, Brendan Palladino on the outside, and that offensive line, yeah, Harding gets a lot of credit, but when you have guys that big up front, led by their center, Bryce Weber, certainly they're getting a lot of room, and we get a timeout called here by Brighton. It's almost like a basketball timeout, Coach, where you just want to kind of break the rhythm here.
Yeah, for sure. And McQuade's in that double tight power I set in shotgun, so it gives that running back or that quarterback an opportunity to read things and keep it if you'd like. But they're making it clear. They're going to try to just beat them up front and run it down their throats.
Your starting defense here, as we mentioned, the corners, Kieran Hughes and Noah Wagner are your safeties in the back. And you're going to be looking, again, at that front 7 trying to do what they can against this McQuade offensive line.
And when you're dealing with that kind of physicality and you're on the smaller end, now you got to think about maybe slanting your lineman, maybe getting into a defense you're not used to, taking some risks. We'll see how they react here.
1st and 10 at the 30. Here's the snap. The play action is DeMarco. He's being chased. DeMarco is going to tuck it and run, and he'll get some positive yardage. And he'll be close to the marker there. Knocked out of bounds. Some deceptive speed for number 80, and indeed, that is good enough for the first down. The bootleg by Will DeMarco.
One of the negatives when everybody's covered, sometimes you don't have the flats covered and the quarterback's able to run. So it's a good read by him, taking what they gave him.
And that's Rizzo helping to provide that last block there for the Knights as they get it down to the 18. So McQuade, just 2 minutes into this game, already in the red zone.
And, Gene, this is an unbalanced set. You just have a guard and tackle on the right side and multiple linemen on the left, multiple gaps.
Harding trying to get to the corner. A lot of different looks there. And another gain of 11 here for the Knights. First down and goal to go coming up.
We're going to see a steady dose of John Harding.
John Harding remaining in the backfield. Zach Couch will be one of the fullbacks here. They have to go about 8 yards, 1st and goal from the 8, the down and distance. And Harding trying to get to the edge, making a cut, realizing I don't have much there, but look at the strength here, trying to keep the play alive. He'll get it down to about the 4. A tackle will be made by number 12, Caleb Matthews.
It was a nice job by Brighton stringing that out, letting your teammates catch up, help you make some plays, because it's not one guy is going to have a tough time bringing down Harding.
Second and goal.
So it'll be at the 4. High formation, DeMarco under center. Now he's going to make the adjustment here. Handoff going to Harding. Harding makes a cut. And he's going to be short once again. Getting it down to about the 2.
Really nice job with Brighton up front. Root Hagen creating a pile, really took that gap away.
Kotratanko, the nose tackle in this formation. 3rd and goal coming up. Now McQuade does have a good place kicker in Sansone, but I'm sure that's not what McQuade is thinking here. Under center. Handoff going once again. No, it's a bootleg. DeMarco flicking it last part, and has it intercepted? It is!
Wow.
It is! And that is the spark that Brighton needed. Noah Wagner with the interception for Brighton, and a curious decision there by Will DeMarco.
Great play by Brighton. You got to give them credit, the bend, do not break attitude. They're giving up so much size and strength on that interior. For them to run a bootleg, they strung it out, they covered, they reacted to the pass. What a great play.
Well, he had his man open there, and Palladino was in the back of the end zone, and I'm not sure what DeMarco was looking at with the little flick pass. So Brighton, the definition of bending and not breaking, they take over after the tackle was made in the end zone at their own 20, and they have a quarterback that can certainly let her rip. Tyler Martinovich will be going to Mercyhurst next year to play safety. We'll get to the starters here in just a little bit as Gavin Parks getting the carry for about a gain of 1.
Actually, James, just a correction, it's Merrimack College.
Oh, I apologize.
It's an FCS school, and I was surprised to see the safety piece because he's one heck of a quarterback. Very good athlete, and he's got pretty deceptive speed.
Martinovich out of the shotgun here on 2nd down and 9. Takes the snap, now rolling to the near side, throwing on the run, and that'll be caught. Some positive yardage as John Ahrens gets it close to the marker. And the official on the far side says, yep, move it ahead. First down for the Bruins as we take a look at their starting lineup. As centers Toby Martin. He is flanked by the guards Blake and White. Kontratenko, one of the tackles, along with Rosignol and Kieran Hughes, Wes Stirrup, and John Ahrens, your wide receivers. 1st and 10 now, once again, and pitch going to the far side, and this will be Grady Hopkin, and Hopkin a little stutter step, and he gets it out. Nice gain on 1st down.
Did a good job keeping his shoulder square. Sometimes on that jet sweep, you stutter step like that, usually you get caught. He kind of let the blocks happen in front of him, and positive gain.
Owen Begeman and Shamir Bridges, what a tandem, along with Aiden Jones, Charlie Raymond. That defensive line is stout for McQuade, and that's going to be a problem. Brendan Palladino, Xavier Cox, Harding in the back, as it'll be Zach Couch, one of the linebackers. Owen Meyer was all over the place last week. We do have an injured player, or is it a timeout? Which is a stoppage on the field after the gain of 6. So 2nd down and 4 will be the down and distance.
Back on the field, 2nd and 4 for the Bruins.
Martinovich out of the shotgun. 3 wide receivers. You don't have Parks once again in the backfield. Takes the snap, looking left, throwing to his man. It's just too high. Wes Stirrup, the intended receiver. Now it's 3rd and 4.
Wes Stirrup goes incomplete. Coverage on the play by McQuade, number 36, Owen Meyer.
2nd week in a row, McQuade has been somebody's homecoming opponent. And Hilton providing their best shot, but McQuade was up for the task and remained undefeated. This will be 3rd down and 4. The snap, and here will be the handoff. Nope, it's a keeper. Martinovich gets wrapped up. Good play there by number 36, Owen Meyer, coming up to make the tackle. As now it'll be 4th down. Steve Levin is not going to get tricky in his own territory, so he's going to send out the punting unit.
And McQuade was in the base 4-4, cover 3 look. Martinovich is reading that. He pulled it. Nice play by the defense. I think it's a smart decision. Keep yourself in the game as long as you can against these guys.
Yeah, we're past the midway point of the first. No score as Brendan Palladino is back. It's a good snap, and that will be a wobbler. As Martinovich also has been the punter during his time, and that's going to take a nice roll, flipping the field position. And Coach, I know you love special teams and you love plays like that. Those are the hidden plays in any game. Now McQuade's going to have to put together a nice long drive.
They are. When you're playing a team as good as McQuade, you need to make them go 70, 80 yards every time. If you give them a short field, you're asking for trouble. So great patience by Coach Leon, and good start for Brighton.
As it'll be McQuade coming out. The only pass attempt went for an interception. We'll see how DeMarco shakes it off, as here is going to be the handoff to Meyer. Meyer spinning out of one tackle, and then he'll get hit. Thomas Welker coming in the end, number 87, to finish off Owen Meyer. Tackle for a big loss of about 6.
McQuade showing a double tight formation again, but that was a one-back set and a trips look, and they chose to try the perimeter, and Brighton took care of that.
Everybody looking back at the sideline. Bobby Bates, the head coach of McQuade Jesuit. Getting right down the road here on Elmwood. 2nd down and 16. And the handoff going. And another tackle for a loss as Harding gets wrapped up. And if these Bruins defenders are playing possessed again, that is going to be in there. Number 87, Thomas Welker, along with others.
Back-to-back negative rushing plays. Great job by Brighton's defense. That should definitely make them feel confident.
A.J. Rosignol helping to hold the edge there, too. 3rd down and 17. Another loss on the play as DeMarco takes the snap. He's got lots of time. Is he going to take off? No, he's going to throw it. He has a man wide open. It's going to be caught at the 40, 35, 30, and all the way down. Going number 9, JPG and 40. Busted coverage, and Will DeMarco keeping his eyes downfield.
He's such a good athlete, and he's so patient. They were in an empty set, trips to that side, ran a little slant wheel, and basically the deep post just opened right up because of DeMarco's feet and him buying some time.
Normally, when you don't have your feet set like that, you wouldn't advise that, but with a strength there, the arm strength of DeMarco, and back to the ground game as we're back to live action. 2nd time today, McQuade has driven into Brighton territory, and they pick up the 3rd and 17.
And Brighton's definitely increased their aggressiveness with the run game, so you look for McQuade to for some play action here, try to keep them on their toes a little bit.
Dan Geen, number 22, is going to be split out to the far side. Brenton Palladino in the slot to the left. On 2nd down and 9. DeMarco takes the snap, and he will hand off to Harding. Harding following his blockers. Harding, 1st down and more. 10, 5, touchdown. Touchdown, McQuade Jesuit. That's number 3, John Harding. It's 6-0.
That was great patience by Harding. It basically just an off-tackle play to their unbalanced part of their line. He waited for those blockers to really get in front of them, make their move, and then you saw the burst for the last 10 yards. Nice job.
Take a look at the offensive line, and that what a pancake block there by Owen Begeman, number 75, to begin it all.
Number 10, Dominic Sansone.
So Sansone to attempt the PAT. Nick Frontuno to hold. Snap is down, the kick is up, and that is through the uprights. With 3:05 remaining here in the first, it's McQuade up 7-0. And that drive, at one point you were looking at a 3rd and 17.
That was impressive, number 79 right guard kicking out. Had a nice pancake block as well, Cooper Condis.
Yeah, sometimes you hear film sessions, the day after, you think, oh, that's negative. You're pointing out some of the negativity, but no, that's one where you can't wait to show. Like, this is how it's done, guys. And
yeah, they'll get the lineman will get the syrup out for that one.
Kicking off for McQuade, number 10, Dominic Sansone.
Sansone to kick off here.
Bruins, number
I know it's only 7-0, but this will be a big drive for Brighton just to keep McQuade's offense off the field. See if Martinovich can get something going.
Sansone to boot this away. And for the first time today, Brighton returning. And there's some room. There's some daylight. 50. Sansone knocking his man out of bounds. Dominic Sansone, a touchdown saving tackle. But nonetheless, Bell with a big return there for Brighton. Clarence Bell, number 20, seeing some daylight. And I don't know how many kickers would actually get in there, but Sansone is also a hockey player. So, yeah, he's not afraid to deliver a hit there. Brighton in business with the ball in plus territory. They start this drive at the McQuade 43, 7-0. Bruins trailing as Martinovich, play action. No, it's actually a handoff to Parks. Parks has daylight. He's got it on the far side. That's good enough for the first down. A gain of 11. Move the chains for Brighton.
Very nicely executed counter play, guard tackle, pull. We got a flag down.
Yeah, we do have the flag on the field. And these are things that coaches do not like to see.
Happened about 9 yards downfield, so it might be 1st and 11 or so.
Yep. Good call, Coach. It's not the worst down and distance, but it does negate the nice run there by number 13, Gavin Parks. And going into motion, and Parks will get the handoff again right between the tackles, and it's a tough area to run against this McQuade front seven as Owen Begeman, number 75, with a tackle. That does go for 4 to bring up 2nd down and 9.
And they need to keep McQuade's defense honest because you're going to see Martinovich pull, and he'll show his quickness too in the run game.
2nd down and 9. Martinovich, lots of time now, that time evaporating. He's got to take off, making positive yardage. And Martinovich will be marked out of bounds. He'll be short of the marker, only getting a few on that. Down to the 41, 3rd and long coming in.
Yeah, Brighton was in a trips open formation there, and everyone pretty much was running medium to long range routes, so he was waiting for somebody to break. Nobody broke yet. Was feeling pressure, had to run. Positive gain, brings up 3rd and 8.
3rd down and 8. Martinovich trying to buy time. Now he's going to take off once again, and Alan Nesmith and others making the stop for McQuade to bring up 4th and 5, and it's decision time here for Steve Leon in this area of the field at the 38. And for the time being, the offense is staying out there.
Yeah, definitely look for something here where they're hitching right up at the sticks. Some sort of 1st down stick route. Their trips open formations of the field.
4th down and 5 as Martinovich throws on the run. It's incomplete. Just a misfire there as Aaron's cutting it off there, and it was a tight window, and McQuade will take over on downs at their own 37.
And Martinovich actually looking to hook up with Aaron's on a basic hitch. He slipped, fell, probably threw off their timing. Probably something they've completed 100 times in their career.
So as we take a look here at the Class AA standings, Aquinas getting a win last night over Hilton. That's going to shake things up. We'll update this. And I'm sorry, I can't explain the point system to you in a clear, concise manner. But what I can tell you is Pittsford winning last night over Fairport. And from what I understand, if Pittsford actually kind of wins out, they'll be able to host UPrep and McQuade battling for that top spot. So that is of utmost importance for McQuade to get this win today as Owen Meyer takes the swing pass to the left side. He'll get it up to the 50 for a gain of 12.
Yeah, don't ever ask me about the power rankings. That's something that came around. I never understood it from the get-go. Other sports have been doing it. You know, it's a little different with football because we play so few games. So and we all don't play each other.
Now, it's different Class A than Class AA. For Edison, unfortunately, they will not be in. Everybody else is going to get their chance. It just depends on what path you would want. As in regards to Class A, you got to make sure you're one of the top 8. As now here's going to be Harding, and Harding will get it ahead. And he'll get it across the 45 and down to about the 43 for a gain of 6. And if McQuade wants to, they could take it to the quarter. The Harding touchdown run, that is our difference right now, 7-0. And if it's not for an interception in the end zone, that was a big play for Brighton in the first.
And watching Harding on that play, he saw 4 gray Brighton shirts right in front of him. You just saw him put his head down and accelerate and initiate the contact for a plus gain. Nice run.
And indeed, McQuade will take it, as you see Bobby Bates stretching his neck there, and he wants to talk to his team as we go to the second here. It's McQuade leading Brighton. Homecoming day at Brighton. So glad you're with us here for this sports broadcast on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
A lot of fun here, and this is great whenever you get a student section coming out here, as they always do at Brighton. Sometimes it's a neon theme, but today the pink, that works for me here in the month of October.
Yeah, great energy here. You know, like you said before, 12 corners, they had roads blocked. If it isn't, it's confusing enough when 12 corners is rolling on a regular day. And finding a way to get here wasn't easy today.
Yep, you have to, you have to plan things out during homecoming here, and what's cool about this is, the town, everybody will just kind of walk over here. On second and short, it'll be Owen Meyer, and Meyer will get that first down, be spun out of bounds. Owen Meyer, number 36, his first name E-O-I-N. That's Gaelic, his grandfather coming over. So certainly family tradition. First and 10 now at the 32. DeMarco out of the shotgun. He's got GM40 who had that big reception, but instead it's going to go over the middle. Palladino has got the first down. Breton Palladino putting McQuade in business, and that throw on the money from Will DeMarco.
Great look by McQuade. Double set, little jet sweep look to the left. Running back swings, kind of spreads out Brighton to isolate his receiver. Nice play.
Just a little shoulder fake there, and getting it all the way down to about the 13. McQuade back in the red zone, third trip today. As the handoff going to Meyer, and Meyer would be brought down from behind. That is going to be number 22, Matthew Heininger, with the tackle after about a gain of 4.
And Gene, going back to that last play, Palladino, 6'5", not a bad target to throw to.
No. No, very difficult on the slant patterns, I'm sure. Under center, it's going to be DeMarco. Drops it momentarily. It's going to throw off the timing just a little bit. So Harding trying to make the most out of it. He just gets back to the line of scrimmage. It's drizzling just a little bit here this afternoon. It was coming down earlier. And depending on where you're watching from here in the region, there's been parts where it's been pouring today. It is the month of October.
And quarterbacks just don't go under center that much anymore. So that's also one of those things. Probably more comfortable where he is right now.
Nesmith will go into motion, faking the swing pass to him. Instead, it's a screen over to Harding. Harding makes a move. Harding trying to fight for that marker. I think he got it on the second effort. See the spot here. No, they're going to mark him just shy.
And Harding got some tough yards with just a quick screen where his blocker, that defender was right on him as he was catching it, and it took great concentration for him to make that play.
Now for Sansone, this is a chip shot. But Bobby Bates, he's at least going to line up, maybe draw him offside perhaps. DeMarco, and there you go. A little tush push as that's become the vogue thing here, as it'll be number 21, Zach Couch, helping to push him along. And, hey, if you have an athlete like Will DeMarco, why not take that first down?
Yeah, there used to be a thing called aiding the runner, and that's kind of gone by the wayside. I don't think that's a penalty anymore. DeMarco's not a little guy either.
No, not at all. He will be under center. And he will hand off. Harding looking for his second today. No signal yet. And he didn't get in. Just on the edge there.
That's got to be inches.
It's actually Rizzo getting the call there. I beg your pardon.
There isn't much a defensive line can do here other than just get low and tackle legs and try to create a pile.
Meyer will be out of the tail of the eye. Meyer getting the call. Meyer walks into the end zone. Touchdown, Owen Meyer. McQuade going up 13-0.
Yeah, what a nice drive. A little bit of everything. Run, pass. Showcase many athletes on the way down that field.
Sansone on to attempt his second extra point today. Lining this up. Snap is down. The kick has the distance, and that is true. 14-0 McQuade leading here against Brighton as we've taken a look. That's just, again, great blocking up front.
Yeah, Zach Couch with the big block to get him in.
And remember, this drive started after Brighton went for it on 4th and 5 in McQuade territory, and throw between Martinovich and Aarons just a little offline the connection there. So Brighton has had some success today on offense, but now they're going to really need to make sure they get an answer here.
Yeah, this will be a big drive for them. Martinovich is going to have to settle in, get the ball out of his hands a little bit quicker, drive the field. The big thing, their offense has to keep McQuade's offense off the field.
So Sansone to kick this away, and again, it was Clarence Bell who had a 50-yard return last time around. See if they go to Bell's direction or not. Sansone, high end overhand kick that Bell will take at his own 4. Those pink cleats running right up the middle of the field, breaks a tackle, picks up a block. He's going to get it into plus territory again. Sansone, the man to beat. Far side, Sansone brought him down from behind. How about the run of number 20, Clarence Bell, and almost equally as impressive, the kicker saving the touchdown.
And another great return by Brighton. Now, as a coach, somebody breaks a 60, 65-yard kickoff return for me, we're not kicking it to him again.
No.
I would probably guess if McQuaid kicks off again, number 20 is not touching the ball.
No, credit the special teams, and then the block at the end. And I beg your pardon, it wasn't Sansone. He helped on the outside. I believe it was Meyer. So, nonetheless, though, big return by Brighton, as it'll be Parks just at the 20-yard line. Handoff going between the tackles, and there will not be anything there. McQuade driving their man back there, as that will be Olin Begeman, number 75, helping to lead the charge.
This is great field position. Brighton definitely has to capitalize to get points on the board here.
Noel Wagner is their place kicker. I'm not sure if this is within range or not, so certainly Brighton wants more. Second down and 10 at the 20. No gain on that last play. Martinovich rolling to his right.
Down.
Throws to this man, and that will be caught just inside the 10-yard line. First and goal to go. Coming up, as that's Kieran Hughes, number 11, with the reception.
And then 3 receivers on the right. Hughes just kind of hooked up. There's usually some sort of triangle read. And Martinovich saw him right away. Great timing. Good pass and catch.
Yeah, nice form throwing on the run. And going into motion, and it's going to be the end around. And that speed of McQuade defense there, stringing out that play as Wesley Stirrup taking the handoff. Maybe one on the play.
So Brighton's offensive coaches will see that. They're kind of stretching or shifting to that jet sweep look. Look for them to do something and go backside, or maybe isolate a receiver on the backside if they're rotating that over.
Under 7 minutes to go here before halftime. Martinovich claps his hands, rolling to his right. Keeping it himself, trying to get to the marker. Lowering his shoulder. I don't think he got in. He did not. He took a shot at the end, and number 2, a little slow to get up.
And Gene, his speed is deceptive. You see those long strides. It looks like he's going to be caught, and before you know it, he's 9-10 yards down the field. Tough football player.
Martinovich nearly going into the reporter there. And is he going to be under center? No. So Martinovich is out of the lineup. It's going to be Grady Hopkin taking the snap, number 5. And Hopkin will hand off to Parks. Parks into the end zone, touchdown. Touchdown, Brighton Bruins. Gavin Parks, and it's a 1-score game.
And great job for a second-string quarterback coming in, not buckling. That's a recipe for disaster in many cases. Common Cool makes the play, and great job capitalizing on that great kickoff return.
So Hopkin here to attempt the extra point. Kick is up. And it's through. Well, it's the special teams for Brighton that indeed are special. Sorry, that was low-hanging fruit there, Coach. But 2 big returns, and the last one giving a short field, and that time too much for McQuade to handle.
Exactly what Brighton needed, not only for confidence, but just it's 14-7. You're halfway through the second quarter. You're playing with one of the best teams in the section. Got to feel pretty good where you're at.
Nice block there by number 22, Matthew Heininger, on the opposite side. And taking a look at Martinovich on the sideline. And he's walking around. He seems like he's going to be okay. He's got his helmet on, so.
He's a tough kid, and getting back to him, being a coach's kid. His father is the head football coach at the U of R, who, by the way, is doing a fantastic job at 4-2, getting that program rolling. I got to be tough because I believe he's playing right now against St. Lawrence. And, I'm sure he's watching film on a regular basis with his son at night. So he should be very proud of the way his son's playing.
So Hopkin to kick this one away. Second time today. Harding is deep back. along with Nesmith for the McQuade Jesuit Knights. 14-7 is our score. Homecoming day, it's always going to get everybody up. So you knew Brighton was going to punch back in this game, as it's going to be Nesmith on the far side, getting up to the 25, and not much more. So Brighton doing a good job on special teams today. 6:34 remaining here in the second. McQuade takes the ball back here. 14-7, they have the 7-point lead.
Yeah, it's a great emphasis. As you talked about the special teams, what a difference it can make. And right now, keep them right in the game.
Well, that first drive, it was a lot of Harding, and I'm just wondering if you go back to that two tight end. Are you thinking that way, Coach?
It's going to be hard not to, though Brighton is pursuing to the ball a little quicker than they were on the beginning of the game, which could open up DeMarco, too, with the play action. And he's really good with the ball as far as security and not throwing interceptions. So here they are in that double tight formation, so we'll see what they got.
1st and 10 as now the play action as the rain's starting to pick up. DeMarco rolling to his right, breaks a tackle. DeMarco is going to get some positive yards out of it after all. And the player behind the play for Brighton a little slow to get up.
That's what can frustrate a defensive coordinator. You're defending that so well. Everything's covered. You almost have a sack in the backfield, and just because you're going against a great athlete, it's 2nd and 5.
It seems to be Buffalo Bills football
It's
recently,
very
right?
similar,
so,
right?
Yeah. 2nd and 5 as that clock is stopped there with DeMarco going out of bounds. He'll be out of the shotgun once again. There's the rain letting up just a little bit. DeMarco again under pressure and is going to throw it away as he took a hit at the last second by Alan Rosignol, the defensive end, and now it's 3rd and 5.
You got to remember, when you have trips open and then you motion your tailback, that's an empty set. So you only have 5 guys protecting you, and if somebody blitzes or gets by one, the quarterback's in trouble.
Yeah, that's a missed assignment, I think, right there.
Yep.
No way Rosignol should come in that unguarded.
Someone's going to hear about it in the film session.
3rd and 5. Here's the snap. DeMarco throws across his body, and the ball is too high. Intended receiver was number 22, Dan Geen, and McQuade for the first time today will have to punt.
And you got to give the defensive coordinator for Brighton a little accolades because, again, they went to an empty set. They brought 6. They didn't have enough people to protect. Came in untouched. Nice job.
Welker providing the pressure. It'll be Noah Wagner deep back here for Brighton. Sansone handles all the kicking duties.
And that's Drew Fox, the defensive coordinator for Brighton, dialing up that defense right there.
High spiral kick, and this will be returned at the 32. And that is the way to get downfield. Dean making the tackle for McQuade Jesuit. As we're at the midway point, essentially, here of the second quarter, 14-7, and Brighton falling behind 14-0. They get the ball back with a chance to tie this game.
Yeah, and pretty good field position. So, and again, special teams on both sides really making some really big plays.
Safety reminder, as the rain comes down, the bleachers will be slippery. Please be careful. Thank you.
One receiver is to the far side, and Parks in the backfield. Martinovich back in at quarterback, sending his man into motion. Remember, he took that shot earlier. And he's going to take the direct snap, and he's not going to find much. Maybe one on the play, as Zach Couch been calling his name a few times. Take a look at the Class A standings, and this is the gauntlet. And again, only 8 teams get into this, as I'm talking to the head coach of the Gate Highlight Spartans at the 9th position. And again, Coach, how do you handicap this right now in Class A?
Honestly, it's going to be the next, obviously this week and next week, it's going to change things. Who knows? So like you said, I don't know how that system works. We're just going to play who we play and then play the next team we play and go from there. But yeah, it's there's a lot of good teams in that class. Obviously, Victor and East leading the charge.
Canandaigua plays a brand of football that will be tough. And I would also say the team you're watching right now, Brighton. Look at Brighton giving McQuade a game.
Yes.
Like if you can give McQuade a game, then you can. That's the message essentially. Steve Leon, win or lose today, will tell his guys.
Correct. And Brighton against Victor, it went right to the end. It was a one-score game. So these guys don't bow down to anybody. They never have.
So Wesley Stirrup was open in the left flat, but the pass a little too high. I'm not sure if Stirrup would have gotten to the marker anyways, and that's a quick 3-and-out for Brighton as McQuade's defense forces the 3-and-out.
Yeah, with 4 minutes to go in the half, you want to keep it a one-score game, and this punting that early might put Brighton in jeopardy on that.
Harding and Palladino to return. And that will be received. Good job there by Harding to get the fair catch at the 31, and McQuade taking the ball back. And remember, it'd be Brighton getting the ball to begin the third quarter. So big sequence coming up here for the Bruins, trying to keep this a one-score game before halftime.
Right, exactly. That's exactly what they want to do. And defensively, they are reacting. They're dialing up some blitzes. So we'll see how McQuade reacts after that last drive to see what changes they make. Looks like they're going back to their power game here.
Yeah, look at this. No wide receiver. Well, there is one on the far side as the handoff going right between the tackles as it'll be going off right guard. Harding up for maybe a few, getting it up to the 35. We'll give him 4 on the play.
And that's that unbalanced set that they scored on earlier in the game, where if you watch Brighton, they got a short porch on the other side, so you might see a blitz off that short edge, which is on the left side for Brighton.
DeMarco pitching a little behind, but able to get it and get the first down. Good job by the Knights, as again, that's going to be John Harding getting it up to the 42. First down after the gain of 7.
If you're a young Pop Warner running back watching this game right now, watch the way Harding accelerates through tackles. He initiates the contact and gets the extra yards every time.
Harding being patient, and this time there isn't going to be much. Give him 1 on the play.
Number 3, John Harding.
Yeah, defensively, Brighton's definitely picked it up.
Tackle on the play by number 60, Bell.
Harding will get a breather here as Owen Meyer checking in at running back. Handoff going to Meyer. He's got the touchdown today, and again, not much there as Heininger and others making the tackle for the Bruins to bring up third down. 3rd down and 7 coming up.
And just visually, the size that Brighton has given up to McQuade, and they are holding their own at the line of scrimmage. I'm impressed with what they're doing right now.
Third and long. DeMarco buying time. Still with time. As a man on the near side throws across his body, and it's nearly intercepted. Gavin Parks had it in his hands, but that'll bring up 4th down.
Alan Naismith was sitting there in that curl route just waiting for it to come, and the underneath coverage caught up, so it took a little too long to get it there. Would have been a great opportunity for Brighton to get points on the board before the half.
Yeah, he never saw Parks coming across the middle there.
And you don't want the ball in his hands if you're McQuade.
Another great kick by Sansone. It's going to result in a fair catch. It's going to be dropped. That's a loose ball. And Brighton will recover. So it's wet out there. That's problematic. And it's not easy to get those punts that are that high. And Nolan Wagner able to fall on it.
A college caliber punter like that gets at the turnover that high, like you said, that ball's up there forever. You're staring at it. The lights are in your face. One of the toughest things to do in the sport. This might be a situation now where Brighton's going to just want to run the clock. And you might see McQuade use some of their timeouts.
You talked to Steve Tasker. When he started to return punts at the end of his career, he said it was by far the toughest because not only that, Coach, you have people running at you full speed trying to make that judgment call. When do I call for the fair catch? This will start at their own 6. So Martinovich out of the shotgun, the shadow of his own goalpost, will hand it off to Parks, and nothing there. In fact, a loss on the play.
And there's McQuade using their timeouts.
Yep, so when you have a field goal kicker like Sansone, at least you can play for the 3 points if they get the ball back here.
If you can get them to punt out of their own end, I've been noticing, Brighton's punts go about 30 yards, so they would get the ball in pretty good field position if they can hold them here. Now here's the question: does Brighton look to throw the ball to get out of here? That might be pretty dangerous, but to beat a team like McQuade, I'm glad I don't have to make that decision today.
Some light rain happening right now in Brighton. Yeah, you didn't want to. You're watching this today. You didn't want to do yard work anyway.
No, I know.
No, Saturdays are meant for football.
Yeah, if you can get me talking football, leave the yard work where it is. I haven't even closed the pool yet, so.
So 2nd down and 10, no gain officially on that last play. As Martinovich, a design keeper, trying to run to the boundary. He's going to duck out of bounds. That will stop the clock. But at least it's going to set up 3rd and manageable here for the Bruins after about a gain of, let's see where they're going to spot it, about a gain of 8 on the play.
It gives them great room. The one mistake is maybe you slide and make them use a timeout. But the yardage gain is definitely going to outweigh the clock stopping.
Then again, it's all good if you pick up the 1st down here on 3rd and 2, we'll call it. High snap. Martinovich trying to pick this up, leaning forward. He's got it. Gets it up to the 20-yard line. So that's just a great athletic effort by the quarterback, Tyler Martinovich.
And he's done it year in and year out for multiple years, and that's a little bit of a sigh of relief for Coach Liam right now. Still expect him to be on the conservative side and just get out of this down the score.
Martinovich taking the snap, and he will hand off, and that is going to go to Parks. Parks spinning out of trouble, and he'll get it close to the 30-yard line. They'll mark it just shy of the 30. Gain of 9.
We are seeing a display of 2 really tough running backs today. Extra yards after they've been hit, keeping their feet moving, ball security.
Brighton back up to the line of scrimmage. Parks getting the call again. Cutting it. He's got the 1st down. Hops over a man. He gets it across the 40. And that'll stop the clock momentarily as they move the chains once again. So a drive that started at their own 6. Now going across the 40 up to the 43.
And now as you're approaching midfield, now you're thinking attack time. And I don't know about you, but he seems like he's one step away from breaking these.
Martinovich ready to clap the hands as they start the clock back up. As on the read option, Martinovich pulls it down. He's going to take off, and he's going to get upended as the safety, Brennan Palladino, coming down to make the tackle. And now a timeout will be called by Brighton. And it comes with 47 seconds remaining here before halftime.
And the scoreboard showing they have 2 left. So now they'll get in that 2-minute offensive mode with 47 seconds left. It'll be interesting to see what they can dial up here. And you notice Martinovich, man, he gets quiet yards.
Look at these 2 head coaches. Steve Leon, great guy. Bobby Bates, great guy as well. And they've built 2 strong programs here.
2 of the classiest coaches in Section 5. Great guys. The fraternity of coaches in our section has been amazing for years, even back when our mentors were there, the Jim Briggs, Don Santini's, Don Hagreens of the world, we all grew up with guys like that, and these guys are kind of continuing that type of tradition and camaraderie.
Well, at the end of the day, you're your educators, really. Like these
Yes.
these are men that are going to lead our community. So teaching them life lessons here through football. 2nd down and 4, as now the pass coming near side, and that will be caught and ducking out of bounds. So wide open is Kieran Hughes. That'll stop the clock, as that will go for a gain of 10 down to the McQuade 41.
Just the calmness and composure of Martinovich in this situation. If he can come up with some points here, this crowd will get going.
1st and 10 at the 41. And here is going to be the end around, the little razzle-dazzle, as McQuade ready for it, but making plays. Maybe eyes to get out of bounds, but no, trying to fight for extra yardage will be Wesley Stirrup. 30 seconds remaining, and that'll stop the clock just momentarily. And does Brighton elect to use a timeout here? Let's see. They start the clock back up. Brighton back up to the line of scrimmage at the 24. This drive started at their own 6. Martinovich throws on the run. He's got a man, then ducking out of bounds. How about that, down to the 16-yard line with 16 seconds remaining. That's going to be Hughes once again for the Bruins.
Same comeback route they ran to get him past midfield. Now they're definitely in field goal range. What a nice drive by Brighton, and Martinovich leading the charge.
As the rain coming down here. So Brighton does have the 1 timeout remaining. Parks in the backfield. Stirrup will go into motion. He'll be in the slot to the left. Martinovich takes the snap. Throws deep over the middle. Caught! Touchdown! Touchdown, Brighton. Kieran Hughes on the post pattern. And the Bruins, with 11 seconds remaining before halftime, an extra point away from tying this up.
And you got to remember where they started this drive. You know, to get here, we were talking about running the clock. They get themselves to midfield. You see Martinovich orchestrate a beautiful 2-minute offense. Calm, composure, some plays to Kieran. Kieran, that's great job. Great job.
11 seconds remaining before halftime. This to tie the game. Kick is up. Has the distance, and it is true. Grady Hopkins, PAT. A 94-yard drive. This capped off by the touchdown pass to Hughes, and putting it up nice and high. What a nice throw there by Martinovich.
Yeah, it was a beautiful looking play, well orchestrated.
While we have a minute in Brighton's continuing efforts this season to support those in the community, they are excited to work with Primetime 585 on their Thanksgiving Adopt a Family Drive. Primetime 585 runs an amazing program that coordinates meals for families at Thanksgiving. Every dollar collected can go towards the Bruins football team shopping for items and delivering directly to their families. For more information or to make a donation, Venmo at Football Boosters Brighton.
And we see you, Karen Iglesia. We see you out there. I don't know how she gets to all the games she gets to. Yeah, they do quite a job.
I think there's 2 of her. I think that's that's it.
There has to be something.
Yeah,
the energy she has, I tell you.
I think she's cloned herself, perhaps.
So good for promoting high school athletes. It's great to see.
11 seconds remaining.
Back deep to receiver McQuade, number 3, John Harden. Number 4, Allen Desmond.
And the squib kick coming. Probably a wise play, as Nesmith will bring it ahead. Let's see if just McQuade opts to take a knee here.
Tackled on the play by number 11.
A little bit of a surprise here. 14-14 our
First
score.
and 10.
The way he was starting, McQuade just being physical and getting those tough yards. But since then, Brighton's really done a nice job up front. You can't tell me they're not confident right now. You're 14-14 against a team like McQuade. You got to feel pretty good.
That might have been their drive of the season, going 94 yards against this McQuade defense. And this does not look like take a knee time. This looks like take a shot time here. Why not? When you have this talent, as DeMarco will have 5 wide. He's going to take the snap. Only 3 men coming. Here comes the screen, and it's going to go to Nesmith. Nesmith has the first down. He's trying to stay in bounds, trying to make something happen, and he'll be tackled eventually. And that will bring us to the end of the half. Surprising first half here on homecoming day, but it'll be Brighton to get the ball to begin the third quarter. So here's what we'd like you to do. Just keep us logged on, and we'll be back with about a minute before the beginning of the second half. We're glad you're with us here today on this live broadcast from Brighton High School. It's McQuade and Brighton tied at 14 on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You're watching the Varsity Media Sports Network, the home for New York high school sports.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net. Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media. Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050. Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Feel like your game film is too stagnant and not providing you with the insight that your coaches had hoped for? Varsity Media offers game film to help your coaches develop a game plan to execute on game day. Our current clients love the Varsity Media difference, which includes more insightful camera angles and a speedy upload process. Start building your championship team today with award-winning individuals at Varsity Media.
We welcome you back to Brighton High School, where I don't know if this qualifies as a surprise. After all, Brighton is 4-2, but McQuade, the 4-time AA champions, right now in a fist fight here. 14-14, Coach Benham, as we begin the third quarter.
And what I noticed with Brighton when they came out after halftime, the energy, the excitement, they're right there against probably, undoubtedly one of the best teams, if not the best team in our area.
This would go a long way to helping to solidify a playoff position for the Bruins. And for McQuade, certainly, they want that top spot in Class AA right now, one of two undefeated teams, they and UPrep. And oddly enough, they don't play each other this year, so we didn't get that marquee matchup.
Right, and then you have to credit Brighton and Steve Leon and his staff. They've never bowed down to anybody. They're up for the challenge, up for the fight. They're going to coach right till the end. And who knows, they might just pull this thing off. It
was Brighton winning the opening coin toss. They deferred, so they're going to get the ball here to begin quarter number 3. Sansone's kick is up in the air, and what a shocker. They're going to keep it away from Bell, who had 2 big returns in that first, but here comes another one on the far side. It doesn't matter. Another return, third one today that goes into plus territory. Noah Wagner with the return for the Bruins.
So obviously they have some weapons back there, but you got to credit the people in front of them. They are getting bodies on bodies. They're making holes for them to hit, and they're hitting them.
Wagner getting this at their own 8, and from McQuade, I've got a kind of an idea what they're going to be working on this week.
Every single one of the front 5 blocked. The first 3 blockers in front of him all connected with people. That allows for big returns. You got to give the kids in front of these returners some credit. But again, great return by Noah Wagner.
Another short field for Brighton. If you're just logging on, well, first of all, welcome. It was Brighton falling behind 14-0 before fighting back here. And now they have the ball at the 33. Another short field as Martinovich throws on the run and the comeback route. And that will be good enough to Jack Snyder, his first reception today. And that'll go to the 25 for about a gain of 8.
It's the third or fourth time we've seen that passing combination. You got to come back on the outside, a little seam or flag route behind it, so it's an easy high-low read against his own.
Second down and 2. Cox racing off the field for the Knights. It'll be Harding at the corner on the far position. The handoff going, trying to find his way ahead. First down yardage. Goes number 13, Gavin Parks, and Brighton in the red zone. That goes down to the 16 for a nice game.
Can you write the script any better to start the second half for Brighton? This is awesome. What a great return. Great drive. Now they got to look for that blue paint and get in that end zone.
A 94-yard drive, and then a touchdown pass coming with just 11 seconds remaining to cap off that drive. That was the tying score as the handoff going to Parks, and it's proof right there. This is why teams defer, Coach. You get that double dip.
Absolutely. And I noticed that another high snap there for Martinovich to handle. I hope that doesn't bite him at some point because it slows the play down a little bit. His feet aren't on the ground where he's a running threat. He's jumping for the ball, getting the handoff off, and then obviously the gain of 1.5 where maybe could have done more.
Parks in the backfield. And he will now come into the flat, and the throw going to the far side, and it's a little too tall. The intended receiver, John Ahrens.
That's a rare miss for Martinovich. He usually gets those shoulders turned and zips that right in there.
And now this brings up third down and 9. Parks will be in the backfield once again. And they're going to keep it on the ground. Parks finds a hole. Parks bouncing off a tackler. He's going to get that first down yardage. They pick up the first down on a 3rd and 9 on the ground.
We have first and goal, and they definitely overloaded that right side. Left guard pulled. He followed his blocks and made a nice play.
Gavin Parks coming off a big gain, and there you see the nice block and another block right at the end there by Xavier White, number 52, the right guard. First and goal from the 5. Brighton looking to go ahead. The handoff going between the tackles, and not much there. It's Jaden Leon getting the call down for about a gain of 2.
Bring up second down.
Quickly back up to the line. Martinovich handing it off to Parks. Parks trying to fight his way ahead, and finally the whistle will blow. It's going to be a couple yards shy of the goal line.
Number 13, Gavin Parks, up the right sideline, gain of a couple. Tackle by number 37. And number 21, Zach Couch.
Zach Couch in on the tackle for McQuade. Big play coming up here for Brighton. Parks will be the single setback. Heininger is going to go into motion as now the tight end on the left side of this formation. And here it comes to the left side. Martinovich, he's in, touchdown! Touchdown! Brighton taking their first lead today. It's 20-14.
Martinovich there just let his blockers do the work in front of him, and he was patient. Found the goal line, stretched them all over. And this crowd's excited and ready to roll.
Hopkin now to give his team a 7-point lead. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is through the uprights. A 33-yard drive, short field set up by the excellent return and patient running there by Martinovich, finding the little crease.
Those kickoff returns giving them great field position. And you can't give a quarterback and Parks a short field like this, no matter who you are. They're too good. The interesting piece is, how does McQuade react?
It's a different position for this Knights team. They did have the close game against Fairport, 7 points, and last week against Hilton. The Cadets had the ball in plus territory at the end, but could not convert on a 4th down. That's how the game ended. McQuade holding on for the 3-point win. Their defense stepping up big at the end.
Yeah, so they're battle tested, and so is Brighton. Brighton's had a lot of close games, some tough losses. This is a great display of some awesome Section 5 football today.
Grady Hopkin to let this one fly. Harding is one of the 2 men deep. And it's going to be short. They're just going to play this short, and that will go to Owen Meyer. And Meyer will lumber ahead up to about the 39-yard line. So see how McQuade reacts, as their offense really hasn't done much since the 14-0 lead. But you think back to that opening drive too, Coach. Interception by Will DeMarco in the end zone. I mean, there were more points to be had in that first half for McQuade.
Right, and they've been successful throwing the ball, a little play action, but that ground game, that power game, it'll be interesting to see if they go back to that. They have plenty of time.
Flag down on the field.
We got a flag.
Looks like a legal substitution. Means somebody has 12 men on the field.
Yep, it's going to be Brighton.
Too many players on the field. 1st and 5.
1st and 5 will be the down and distance, so not exactly the start you want for the Brighton defense. DeMarco will be under center this time. He's got the fullback of Dan Geen leading the way here, but then getting hit in the backfield will be Harding.
When you run counters like that, your down blocks are real important, and Brighton's getting into those down blocks, creating some pressure with an injured player.
Ooh, so on that tackle, we've got an injury. So with that, we'll take a quick break. Brighton leading by 7 here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Heininger was the injured player for Brighton. He'll be out at least the one play. He made that tackle. Deceptive, though. You thought it was at the line of scrimmage. It was not. That ends up actually going for a loss of 1 on the play. That was 1st and 5, if you recall. So now it's 2nd down and 6. And now here is going to be the handoff and going back to the ground game. This will bring up 3rd down and 1. Tackle made by Toby Martin, number 72, after Harding gets about 5.
They went just straight to the power game, no pulling, straight ahead blocking, so you don't have any room for error with those down blocks. This must have been a big game. We got Dave Cohen as your head official. He's one of the best, been around forever. Billy Bowe as the side judge.
They work so hard. Appreciate all of our officials.
Yeah, we're lucky to have them.
As now the handoff going between the tackles, and McQuade is going to pick it up. It'll go into plus territory, so down to about the 48 for about a gain of 4. It doesn't have to be anything fancy here, Coach, for McQuade. Certainly.
No, and Bob Bates and his experienced coaching staff, he's got such a great staff over there. There's no panic button here. You know, now that they're over the 50, they're driving the ball. The kids will gain some confidence. They just have to finish. Now, what Brighton is looking for is hopefully a turnover or some sort of big play. To totally change the momentum of this drive.
Number 64, Will Newbecker, checking in on the offensive line at right guard here for the Knights. 1st and 10 at the Brighton 48. DeMarco will be out of the shotgun. The snap and the design run. DeMarco trying to stiff arm a man. He's not going to get much. Held up, and in the end, that's Kieran Hughes to finish off the tackle for a loss on the play.
Good to see Heiniger's back in.
Yep. 2nd down and 12.
When you're running the ball, that's what you want to be, a bend, don't break defense, and Brighton's been doing that.
JPG and 40 will be the receiver to the near side on 2nd down and 12. DeMarco out of the shotgun, takes the snap. Trying to buy time, throws across his bodies, finds Owen Meyer, and Meyer has it in back into Brighton territory, down to about the 31 for a gain of 19.
DeMarco's keeping his feet moving, his eyes downfield. They dialed up a strong safety blitz, Brighton did. And again, DeMarco just bought time. You buy that much time, someone's going to be open. I don't think his feet were on the ground when he threw that.
No. Again, kids, not what you want to do sometimes, but it works for McQuade. They get the 1st down to the 31. Brighton ahead here by 7 in the 3rd. DeMarco plants, fires, man wide open on the far side. That is going to go over to John Harding, who somehow got loose. That's a gain of 12 down to the 19.
Basic hot read for McQuade. You got a blitz off the edge. Usually that's the person that guards the back out of the backfield. And DeMarco saw that and hit him.
Checking in for Brighton will be Val Kontratenko.
Impressive drive from McQuade, showing that if they stop the run, they can also pass. Definitely well balanced. I think DeMarco wears 80 because he's got a tight end type body. Look at it, it's pretty thick out there.
1st and 10 at the 19. Nesmith going out to the flat. Instead, it's going to be the design run, and then that looks like a horse collar.
It sure does.
McQuade calling for it. I'm not sure if I see a flag down.
You know, they got a closer view. Maybe it was just the jersey.
Yeah, it's slow to get up. Joel Balthaser, our director. Camera guy's doing a fine job today in the elements. All right, you be the judge at home. That looks like a horse collar to me.
It sure does.
So Brighton getting away with one there.
And even if it is the jersey that's grabbed, that still could be called a horse collar. It's just a safety rule. It's just such an awkward way for a kid to fall.
2nd down and 8 will be the down and distance as DeMarco trying to line up his offense here. He's got some time on the play clock still. Takes the snap. DeMarco, lots of time. Throws, left side. Caught. Or no, it's incomplete. Trying to make the catch. Coming up with it was Xavier Cox. And that'll bring up 3rd down.
They're going to wish to get that one over again because Harding was wide open on the right side. He totally basically just ran out of the backfield on a little wheel route. There wasn't a gray Brighton shirt anywhere near him. Would have been an easy touchdown for the Knights.
Let's see here what you're talking about, Coach. And, yeah, look at that. No one is there. That's a 1st down and more. Wow. It's great to have you on, Coach. Pointing these things out to us. Here will be DeMarco. This is 3rd down. DeMarco checking down. He's going to find Harding on the left side. Harding making a stiff arm. Harding still on his feet, fighting. He's going to get the 1st down on his feet. Puts it on the turf. That's a fumble. What's the call? That might be a touchback. It's a touchback.
Wow.
2nd time today, McQuade has turned it over in the end zone. Was the forward progress of Harding stopped? That's the question I've got here, Coach.
Yeah, you didn't hear a whistle, and sometimes that's a negative of a hard runner. They keep going, and there's room for error or the ball getting loose. And look at this effort.
Oh, no, that is clearly out.
And it went
that
right
is clearly
on
out.
the other side of the pylon, too, so that is definitely a touchback. Good call by the officials. They're right there.
Harding is not, he is inbounds, and that ball comes out. And what a play by William Bernhardt, the defensive back, popping that out. A little peanut punch there, if you will. Oh, boy. Now this gets real here, Coach.
It sure does.
This gets real here for everybody at Brighton. Brighton ahead, 21-14. As now the handoff going to Parks and McQuade's defensive line. They're going to try to make a statement here. No gain on the play.
Parks gets tough yards, but Martinovich is going to be the one. He's going to be the one on the disconnect. He's going to have to make one of those good comeback throws again.
We get a stoppage here.
Steve Leand has such a good offensive mind. He's probably a great teacher for Martinovich, who's obviously a great quarterback. People forget Steve was an offensive coordinator at Pittsford for years, so we went up against him back in our AA days. He's got a great offensive mind.
Big arcing throw far side and trying to come down with it. Great coverage on the far side as the intended receiver was John Ahrens. And the coverage there by number 27, Nick Rontudo.
That's good football by all three involved. That's a good ball to give your receiver a chance to make a play. Great play by the defensive back. Good battle.
So they are going to make sure the ball is spotted properly. It's going to be 3rd down and 8. So McQuade's defense doing what they can to get the ball back for their offense. Man going into motion. And on the end around, there's not going to be anything there for Wesley Stirrup, forcing a punting situation.
I don't think that we call it jet sweep. I don't think it's really gotten any positive yardage for them. I don't know if they're trying to set something up where Martinovich is going to eventually disconnect and come to the backside. McQuaid is stretching that out nice. So exactly what McQuaid wanted to do after that mishap at the goal line. Make him punt from their own end.
So Palladino, one of the 2 returners back, as Martinovich is going to get a high kick. And that will go out of bounds near midfield with 3:34 remaining here in the third. McQuade gets the ball back, down by 7. 2 turnovers today in the end zone. The last one, an uncharacteristic fumble by John Harding. going through the side of the end zone for a touchback.
And it's a credit to the fight of Pittsburgh. These kids are battling right to the end this play. Harding seems to be getting the best of them, and that hit right there, just on the other side of that pylon.
And William Bernhardt with the peanut punch. And that will now bring us back to live action at the 48. McQuade has to go 52 yards to tie this game. That was a little awkward, that handoff, but Harding will get it into Brighton territory, turns the corner, and he'll be knocked out of bounds close to the marker. John Harding running hard along the near sideline, and that is going to be good enough for a McQuade first down as he gets it down to the 40-yard line for a gain of 12.
Harding's running like he's on a mission after that fumble. He looks like he's running like he's on a mission all the time, but I think he's taking this a little bit more seriously. He's going to put it on his shoulders right now.
Coach, I love the fact they called the first play after a play like
Absolutely.
that. Like, give it right back to him.
Kid like that, you got to do it.
Snap, Harding getting it once again, hopping over a man. And that Brighton defensive line. We've got a flag down. We haven't had too many flags today, which is always welcome. Not sure what this is. It's going to be drive killers.
On the offense. Yeah, 10-yard penalty. Replay, first down.
Might have been on 22 going down there. Not sure if they get that on Hondas.
First and 20 compared to first and 10 is a big difference in anybody's play calling. But McQuade definitely has the athletes to get a big gainer to make it manageable.
Well, right on that Brighton logo at the 50-yard line. DeMarco faking the swing packs. Actually, he'll go back to his man, and that'll be Harding, and they'll take the 3 yards. Why not? Goes for about a gain of 8.
So great composure there. He has the comeback route that's about 10 yards deep and the swing pass. He fakes the swing pass to see if that defender will come up. Doesn't come up. Gives it to the swing. So just nice protection, too, for him to be able to do that. But DeMarco's showing his composure and his experience.
Second down and 12, the down and distance. Geen will line up along the near boundary for the Knights. He'll be guarded by Grady Hopkin. The handoff going once again to Harding, who gets swung down in the backfield. Again, been calling on Heininger's name a lot today. He's playing possessed, a loss of about 3.
He blew that up. There was one of their guards was pulling and just didn't see him blitz right into that hole. You see the backside guard, 78, might be the tackle. But either way, Heininger just got in there too quick. Man, what a football player.
Third down and long, 3rd and 15. The snap, DeMarco pulls it down, wants to take off, and he gets back to the line of scrimmage. Maybe call that a coverage sack as Thomas Welker bringing him down to bring up 4th down, and Bobby Bates is going to have to send out his punting unit.
Huge defensive stand for Brighton, and that's exactly what a holding call will do to you. Totally throws you off. You're out of sync. You got to get a big gainer in there somewhere, and they weren't able to. 4th down right around midfield. Huge drive coming up for Brighton, which might take us right into the 4th quarter.
Sansone to let this one go. See if he angles this one. He's going to put it up high, and maybe he got a little too cute there, as that is going to take a Brighton roll, and that is not exactly with a plan.
A phenomenal kicker who definitely wants to get this inside the 20 and just doesn't hit it right.
Nope, as that goes down to the 29. So only a 21-yard punt there.
And all things considering, a great drive start for Brighton.
Again, it's homecoming day here at Brighton, and they are putting everybody on upset alert. Say hello to all the Section 5 coaches watching live right now, and everybody else in Class A and Class AA. Gene Battaglia along with Jason Benham, as now here's going to be the handoff going, and that will go up ahead to Gavin Parks for maybe 3 on the play.
Gavin Parks and John Harding, I think, are going to sleep well tonight. the amount of carries and the physical play they've been involved with. These kids are tough.
Long count and pulling it down. It'll be Martinovich, and a good read by Martinovich. Actually, they're going to mark it as a first down. I thought he might have been short, but the official on the near side, he's saying move the chains. They're going to give him the first down.
He gets you those quiet yards when he disconnects, and then he reads blocks well and defensive players' momentum well. He doesn't really take big hits.
Well, his dad's team, U of R, they're winning right now. And I'm sure his dad is going to watch us back on replay later. Here will be the snap and the handoff going. And scooting ahead will be Parks. And Brighton, they've got the lead. They could take it to the quarter here if they want to.
And I'm sure they will. You got to give some credit to the linemen up front for Brighton. They are giving up some size, but they are playing tough.
And Brighton huddling up here, and that's what they're going to do.
Who would have thunk it?
Yeah, call your friends, let everybody know. We've got an upset in the making. Brighton here on homecoming day, treating their fans. They lead by 7 as we go to the 4th here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
You know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events. Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050. Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
We begin the 4th quarter. Brighton up 21-14. They're looking at a 2nd and 8 at their own 42. As Martinovich plants, throws, wants a man deep. Oh, and it's in and out of the hands of Jack Snyder. Snyder had a beat on it, and there was the shot over the top. And again, it's tight coverage there. Again, that's going to be number 27, Nick Frontudo.
And Martinovich put that in a great spot. And then if you notice Snyder kind of boxing his defender out nice, had a great opportunity. Defender was just a little too pesty.
Well, this is big for both teams. McQuade down by 7, looking to get off the field and get the ball back for their offense. Brighton looking to keep this drive going. The snap, Martinovich on the run, throws, and that'll be caught. Good enough for the first down. John Ahrens, and that has been the bread and butter here today, as that will go up ahead into McQuade territory to their 49.
Simple football, trips open. He sprints out to the open receiver, isolates him with a corner just on a basic comeback route to the sticks. You know, that trips attracts a lot of attention over there. So basically this corner over here is man-to-man, and that's timing that these guys have worked on all summer.
Gain of 9 on the play, 1st and 10. As a bobbled handoff, and Parks will do what he can as he'll just kind of dive forward for about a gain of 2.
Yeah, that handoff looked a little high. That would have made me a little nervous. Parks handled it.
The turnovers today, McQuade has turned it over twice, both times in the end zone. Brighton has played a clean game in that regard, and is that the main difference here today, Coach? That and I guess the kickoff returns.
And Brighton's matching up with their physicality. You know, you got to give them credit for what they're doing up front.
As the handoff will go to Parks, trying to get around that right corner. He's going to get wrapped up, and a flag coming down, normally from the area of holding. As Parks nowhere to go. This is always kind of the interesting decision. Do you want 3rd and 9, or you want to play the field position?
Right, yeah, that'll be interesting to see what they take. I would move them back because those comeback routes are it's a little bit too easy for Martinovic right now, which I think that's what they're going to do.
Yep, so Bobby Bates is going to say back him up to 10 yards.
And Brighton's played a pretty clean 3 quarters. We have not seen flags on them at all.
So this ball will go back to the 43. You have to get it now to the 39 of McQuade. So big down in distance here. 2nd down and 18.
They're only guarding this trips with 2 people. It'll be interesting to see if they look for that.
Martinovic, here comes the blitz. Can't get away from it. Thought he was going to step up, but there was just not a lot of time there quickly. And how about number 71, Aiden Jones, making his presence felt?
And that's a numbers game. They're covering their trips, so they're obviously in the zone with 2 people. They brought the linebacker in. You just bring too many. You can't protect. And now I think you'll see a little bit more of a nickel coverage or a man under 2 deep type thing to keep everything in front, let them complete the pass and make a tackle.
At their own 38, they got to get to the McQuade 39. This is 3rd down and 21. Or 3rd and 23. I'm losing track. Here's going to be the throw now as to the near side. A diving attempt. And that will be a nice play. Wesley Stirrup, but that's well short of the marker, but at least now if you're playing a field position game, it's an opportunity to pin McQuade back.
Yeah, you're almost playing to punt there. I mean, it's going to be hard to get one over the top on them and get 23-plus yards. Punting from midfield as opposed to your own 40, big difference.
So Martinovic, who also, of course, handles the punting duties here. It'll be Palladino and Harding back for the Knights as the clock rolling on here in the 4th. Brighton has scored 21 unanswered to take the 7-point lead. High snap. And a low kick that, in the end, will work out. Inside the 20.
He's gotten a couple of nice rolls off those ugly punts. That ball's moving around a little bit and has dropped.
I'll go for a net of 31 with 8:58 remaining here as McQuade going back to work on offense, and they have not scored in this half.
How confident has that Brighton defense
Yeah.
become?
Matthew Heininger in the middle of that defense playing around, number 22. Thomas Welker having a big day as well. Is now here will be DeMarco pulling it down, throws on the run, and it's dropped. At the marker, Owen Meyer, and another unforced error. It is raining a little bit, but 2nd down and 10 coming up.
If you notice, Brighton's in a 3-man front, so they're looking to defend the pass. They're dropping some extra people in coverage, which will probably force them to blitz a linebacker. I would assume they'll bring at least 4 people. But that'll keep McQuade's offensive line guessing who's coming.
Harding will be in the backfield. They have the receiver going into motion. They flick it over to Harding, trying to get to the corner, and he's going to run out of room. Now McQuade looking at a 3rd and long.
Run out of bounds by number 12.
They picked up in the first half a 3rd and 17, finding over the top Gene 40.
I know it's not popular with the crowd or on Madden, but it's 3rd and 10. You're playing against a 3-man front, 6-man box. You almost have to run the ball. They got extra people in coverage. They're bringing the blitz here.
Yeah, is now coming out and in trouble, throwing on the run, turning around. Meyer, and it's nearly intercepted. Getting his hands up into the air was Grady Hopkin, but that breaks up the play. Owen Meyer, again, didn't realize the ball was coming, as that wasn't the original plan with DeMarco under pressure.
Gene, I think Brighton's feeling it. And Drew Fox has to be extremely happy with his defense. He's dialing up some pretty awesome blitzes and mixing things up, not just staying in one thing.
Brighton has an opportunity to go up by 2 scores. The returner at the 50-yard line. Big punt coming up as Sansone will get it. But, again, it's another short punt. And it's going to roll out of bounds. But we have a flag down near the area. And saying he got a piece of it is Kieran Hughes. Hughes is saying he blocked it. Here's the call.
It's a 5-yard penalty, so it won't be a first down.
Okay.
But I'm sure they'll punt again to try to get it all.
Did he get a piece of this? Hard to tell. Yeah, you can't tell from that. So it's 4th down and 10 after the 5-yard penalty. No, it was 4th and 11, so it'll be 4th and 6 as they'll eventually mark this off here.
After the penalty, it will be 4th and 5.
Sansone, can he get a good one off? And this one much better. The return coming up. Breaking one tackle and then getting pulled down and then spinning out of it somehow will be Wagner. Wagner getting into McQuade territory. Gets hit up high. Noah Wagner giving Brighton great field position again today. The special teams have been excellent for the Bruins.
Yeah, you got to tip your hat to them. It was pretty good coverage. They were there making plays, but you got to give Wagner serious credit for making a great play.
Boy, everybody on the edge of their seat here at Brighton.
Can I just tell you, Noah Wagner is listed at 5'3", 133 pounds. What an effort.
Yeah, and for McQuade, you can't arm tackle there. You know, like Paul Rizzo. No, you gotta wrap up there. So, but those things can happen when you get in the 4th quarter and people get a little tired here. As now Martinovich, short field. Brighton looking to go up by 2 scores. Is trying to get around to the near side. It'll be Palladino making the tackle on Wesley Stirrup as Brighton, they keep trying the end around it.
They keep trying that jet sweep, and that might be the most they've gained on it. And it's I'm waiting for them to do something out of it. And I'm sure they got it. They got something in their playbook that's going to be a backside counter or something with Martinovich.
Really no gain on the play, maybe a half yard. McQuade has 3 timeouts remaining. Both teams do. As Martinovich awaiting the shotgun snap. And the handoff going to Parks. Parks breaks a tackle, and Parks will get it across the 35 and down to the 34. We'll call that for a gain of 5 to bring up 3rd down and 5, what might be 4-down territory here for the Bruins.
Yeah, 5 tough yards by Parks.
Rain coming down now steady here in Brighton.
3rd and 5 for the Bruins.
Welker will be the tight end. He's going to be on the right side of this formation, and it'll be the design keeper, and Martinovich is close to the marker. He gets it. Number 2, Tyler Martinovich, faking the handoff to Stirrup, and he goes ahead. 1st down, Brighton.
And that's why you keep running that jet for that situation, because they're running power blocking up front for the quarterback, so he can disconnect at any time.
And there you see Aiden Jones taking the bait on that.
And it's not too soon to start looking at that back judge, working some clock, making sure that hand is up.
Yeah, some schools have the play clock. Brighton We're going to be looking at the back judge here. And you have the senior quarterback, Martinovich. This might be his finest moment with his teammates. As now the handoff going to Parks. Parks, first down and more. Parks, Palladino making the touchdown-saving tackle. First and goal to go coming up for the Bruins.
Winning the battle up front, and then when you got a running back like Parks behind that, great recipe for success.
Parks and the blocking on the outside. Xavier White, number 52, helping to pave the way.
Tackle was made by number 11, Brenton Palladino.
Well, with the clock now at 5.5 minutes remaining, Martinovich takes the snap and the handoff going to Parks, and Parks will be brought down by Rizzo. I know you're not thinking field goal here, Coach, but that could be huge here.
It could be, and usually for most coaches it's run to let that clock run down, and then kick a field goal if fourth down comes. But when you got Martinovich, he's so careful with the ball and so smart. You can run play action with him. I wouldn't, but Coach Leon might.
Well, Martinovich has the touchdown pass coming at the end of the first half today. Here he's rolling to his left, and he's going to tuck it and run toward the end zone, getting belted. He's out of bounds. Knocked out right at the 1. And that's going to be Palladino, another touchdown-saving tackle for McQuade. Did he get in? No, clearly not. All right, here comes now 3rd and goal from about the 2. Martinovich handing it off to Parks. Parks diving, and he's short.
Number 13, Gavin Parks. Brings it to the half-yard
And now to the decision of the year coming up for Steve Leon. And maybe you just take as much time off the clock and you wind it all the way down to 1 here, and you call your timeout. Let's see. He's keeping his offense on the field, at least for now.
There's a lot of things you can do. Take it down, use your timeout, talk to your kids. Maybe try to draw them off with a hard cadence.
Back judge putting his hand into the air, and now he'll begin to count it down here in a second. Yep, so the countdown beginning, and it's certainly Brighton going to use the timeout. 3:43 remaining, and I think that's just great coaching by Steve Leon, like recognizing, all right, let's figure this out. And you have an opportunity for points either way. What is the safest path here to getting an upset? It's a tough call here, Coach.
Yeah, if they're comfortable with their field goal team, you're up 2 scores, and that might not be enough time for 2 scores from McQuade. But then again, you punch this in, it's pretty much it. It's over.
Grady Hopkin is a perfect 3 of 3 on PATs, but we should point out the rain is coming down here,
right.
So there's a lot of other variables that are happening.
There's that snap, there's that hold, there's the potential of a block kick. Even if you go for it here,
Hopkins out.
They are doing it. Yep, great confidence in your kicker.
Grady Hopkin to give Brighton a 10-point lead. So the ball to be spotted at the 8. It's an 18-yard attempt. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is through the uprights. Brighton goes ahead by 10. Pump your fist there, Grady Hopkin. And now this is getting real for Brighton, up by 10 with just 3:39 remaining.
This is why you play the game. And this is there's some good football being played in Class A, and that's being proven today.
Hopkin You're going to have a lot of heroes for Brighton, but getting the job done, and when you're talking about special teams, 3 of 3 on PATs and a big, big field goal here.
And the junior kicker making some big kicks today.
And for McQuade, they have the look, coach, of a team that got up 14-0 and then kind of cracked their knuckles and said, okay, we're good. And
yeah, you can't sit on Martinovich and Parks. And you got to give that front, that offensive and defensive line for Brighton. They brought it. They're bringing some physicality to this game.
Well, when you have John Harding, you always have a chance. So we're going to see McQuade in their hurry up here. It's Hopkin kicking this one away, and it'll be Nesmith on the near side at the 22. Working his way ahead. He does not get back to the 30.
Brighton's got to be feeling pretty good. McQuade, a 70-yard drive. The big thing is keep everything in front, make tackles, keep people in bounds, force them to use timeouts.
Jaden Leon with the tackle for the Bruins. So McQuade has all 3 timeouts.
I don't think this homecoming crowd really minds that it's raining anymore.
Scoreboard here says Brighton has 3 timeouts. Clearly they used one. They just didn't take it off the scoreboard. So yeah, nobody's paying any attention to the weather when you're having a game like this. Is now here's going to be DeMarco pushing it out on the far side. That'll be Welker chasing down Harding.
They were set up a screen to Harding, and Welker was causing some problems with those linemen out there to stalemate that play.
Welker realizing that the whole way and getting some help there. Now quickly back to live action as the throw on the far side to Harding, and he gets out of bounds.
These are the things that these teams practice all summer. 7-on-7, they're in their empty set. They're getting the plays from the sidelines. They're audibleizing everything. They can run plays quick, but they do have to realize it's also 3rd down.
So they put some extra seconds back up on the clock. 3:07 now, as clearly Harding got out of bounds. As now it'll be DeMarco under pressure, stepping up, and he's going to try to take off, and he's going to be brought down from behind. That's a horse collar tackle.
And a face mask, I think.
Yeah, Val Kondratenko.
This is going to get them right to midfield.
Yep, so that is going to give McQuade the break they needed here.
So Coach Fox bringing the extra defensive back in, using a 3-man front. They're playing quarters coverage where the 4 defensive backs are dividing the field into quarters, keeping everything in front of them. So if the ball is caught, they just have to make tackles.
That's the rare face, horse collar and face mask. At the 47, so McQuade back into Brighton territory. Down by 10 is DeMarco with pressure in his face, throws on the far side, and that'll be good enough for a reception on the far side to the 41.
It's Welker again giving pressure, causing that pass. Heck of a catch.
Gianforti with the reception on the far side for a gain of 6. He gets out of bounds, stopping it with 2:46 remaining. Well, McQuade can get the ball, get this in like in the next, say, minute. They're going to have a chance. As now DeMarco keeps it himself. DeMarco has the first down. He's trying to get out of bounds, and he does. How about number 80? He's not going down without a fight. Gets it down to the 32.
And these are the type of plays that when you're in that nickel defense, you give up. Just keep them in front. Don't panic. It might drive spectators crazy.
Here's the throw to the near side, and it's dropped. Oh, that's Alan Nesmith over the middle, and I know what he was thinking. Let me turn it upfield. That's the classic. You got to look it in.
Yeah, nice delivery by DeMarco.
And, of course, with the rain coming down, those gloves become a little less effective. Back to live action. DeMarco throws deep over the middle and trying to go back to Nesmith, but that was a lot of action in that area of the field. Broken up by Kieran Hughes, who's having an excellent game for Brighton, number 11. Third and 10. It's about to get very loud here, Coach. Third and 10. DeMarco out of the shotgun. They're going to go empty set here. DeMarco. Here comes the extra blitzer. He's going to check down. The screen is set up. It's going to be Nesmith. Nesmith trying to get to the right corner. He's going to get the first down and more inside the 10-yard line. What a call by McQuade.
Yeah, that's gutsy. It takes time. You got to retreat. The lineman set it up. DeMarco set it up. Great job. Nice screenplay. Good call, Coach Bates.
And there's all sorts of blocking, and you see Owen Meyer helping out. You see Cooper Condis helping the sheet off Nesmith, who had that drop earlier. 2:22 remaining. First and goal to go here for the Knights. We're down by 10. DeMarco over to Harding, right through his hands.
Trying to set up that jailbreak screen with a lineman coming, kick out your defensive backs, and a little too much on that for Harding to handle.
We get a whistle. And who called the timeout here? That's the question.
I don't know if it was...
We'll take a quick break here. We'll figure all this out. This is the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Varsity Media offers live streaming services for any sport. With human beings behind the camera, you can expect the proper coverage angles during each game. We offer customizable options such as live scoreboard, multiple cameras, instant replay, graphics, and even announcers. Find out how you can save $100 off a live stream package with Varsity Media by calling 516-403-2050 or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
I think that was Brighton calling a timeout there. We still don't know for sure.
Oh, it's second and goal from the 9.
Yep, so that we do know. It'll be DeMarco sending Nesmith into motion. Takes the snap. DeMarco throws over the middle, and it's incomplete. Had his man.
Had some good time. It looked like they were playing a little man coverage there down by the goal line. So now you're just looking for best matchups. And the 6'5" target's not a bad matchup to look for.
As that is going to be Pellandino. I'm going to throw something out at you, Coach. If you don't get this, do you send Sansone out there knowing that you have one of the better place kickers in Section 5? Okay, yeah.
I think yes.
Nesmith going into motion. And DeMarco rolling, throws on the run, and that is going to be short of the pylon. Nesmith couldn't get there, and now it's decision time for Bobby Bates.
And it didn't take him long.
Yep, and he's going to send out Dominic Sansone with 2:08 remaining, and McQuade with all their timeouts remaining. They're looking to make this a one-score game.
And we've had everything: offense, defense, special teams, coaching strategy.
Sansone. This is a 20-yard attempt with the student section making noise from the left hash. Kick has the distance, and we are back to a one-score game. It's 24-17, and now it's a very big kickoff coming because McQuade has had trouble today on these kickoff defending him against Brighton.
Right, and you're more than likely going to see an onside kick, which is extremely hard to get. You might have a better probability with this weather, the ball bouncing around a little bit, hard to handle for the return team. But one thing I also know, the students section is cold, wet, and happy at the moment.
Yeah.
You know, 2 minutes left for for the big upset if it happens. But they're all here. Still here.
There's a lot of conversation over on the McQuade sideline, which would lead me to think that they're talking about the assignments here.
And this has all been practiced many times throughout the year. Your pregame practice, you got your hand steam, you got your onside kick. You've done it enough, but sometimes some teams just do it. A team like McQuade probably practices thinking they'll never have to do it.
Yeah, and now this is the first time they've had to do it this year.
Be interesting. There's a lot of different approaches, kicking them to the side, kicking them in the middle. The traditional set here.
Caleb Matthews, one of those players up along the front line, along with Welker, number 87. As the rain coming down, Sansone is just going to squib it. That's not an onside kick. Now, that is a live ball that was touched. Now it's going to be fallen on. So, at least from a field position standpoint, that's going to work out for McQuade. That's back about the 15.
So I figured, the whole reasoning behind that is they have their timeouts. And there's no way Brighton's going to throw the ball. So run, timeout. Hopefully you're stopping them at the line of scrimmage. They're going to be bringing the house.
But for a senior quarterback in Martinovich, this is exactly what you've worked 4 years for here.
Correct.
Gavin Parks will be in the backfield. And it will be Martinovich throwing far side, and he'll take the free yards, and then staying in bounds. Patty play by John Ahrens. That will keep the clock moving, and McQuade will use their first timeout. That's a gain of 8.
Huge play.
Wow, huge call.
Yeah, that's what you do with a senior quarterback like that. Coach Leon has confidence in him. They've ran that play successfully multiple times, isolating that comeback route. But it is also a long throw, and what makes it a little less long, if that's proper grammar, is he is sprinting out to it.
I think that the grammar police would be okay with that. So.
Says that guy here.
Second down and 2. At 1:52 remaining. Yeah, we are wired into the scoreboard here, so the scoreboard is saying second down and 8. It's second down and 2, folks. Trust me on that. You see the scoreboard in the back, so.
Scoreboard operator's going to wake up.
Yeah. Well, they're into this game as we are.
Yes.
Second down and 2. And faking the end around, and now it's Martinovich, and he's not going to get there. And another timeout coming up.
And that's okay. Ball security. This would be a huge first down.
No gain on the play. Tackle made by number 21. Set.
Well, let's do the math here. If you get the first down and you would only have one timeout remaining after this first down, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
First down, it's over.
Yeah. So if it's a first down, it's over. Why not go back to the comeback route with Aaron and just roll out Martinovich? What would you call your coach?
I'm not Steve Leon. I would not call that comeback route.
You would not. Isn't it easier to be up here? We can second guess everybody.
Absolutely, yes. I can't. When that day comes where I'm not coach anymore, I can go tell everybody what I would have done.
Well, I think it goes without saying we have tremendous respect for both of these head coaches, Steve Leon and Bobby Bates, and we're just having some fun here. Third down and 2. No gain on that last play, so McQuade has just the one timeout remaining. And they're bringing up everybody here. You're 8 men in the box. This looks more like 9 men in the box.
Third and short for the Bruins.
Third down and 2. First down would do it. Martinovich takes the snap. The handoff going to Parks. Parks trying to plow his way ahead. He did not get it. The linesman for the far side, and the quick timeout called by Bobby Bates. 1:41 remaining. How about this? McQuade is going to get a chance.
They're going to get a chance. And we're talking, it's a good foot, it's a full yard. Where they originally had that box, I hated it's high school football. Maybe you think about it, but that full yard.
Well, you have a timeout remaining. If you're still leaving, why not present like you're going to go for it? Right. You see Josh Allen do this all the time, and then you use the timeout. You try to get him to jump there.
Get a hard count going.
Yeah. Steve Leon coming over there. Whole student section, they have not sat down. That's just some tremendous school spirit here at Brighton. 4th and 1, and no, they're not going to do anything like that. It'll be Martinovich to punt this away. And both McQuade returners. It'll be Palladino and Harding. Now Martinovich is coming up. Is he going to try to draw him offside? Let's see. The hard count. Now he's going to drop back. And a little gamesmanship here.
The benefits of having your quarterback as your punter.
Here's the snap, and this is a great punt.
Best punt of the day for him.
Yeah, as Harding will have to call the fair catch.
And
so
a lot of ticks on that clock right now.
1:36 remaining. McQuade with just the one timeout remaining. How about this?
Why not? What would you expect? Now what'll be interesting to see is Brighton still going to just have that 3-man rush, or are they going back to a 4-man front? Which looks like they are. So they're going on their base defense. Right.
Well, you have enough time to run here if you want to, if you're
absolutely.
McQuade. Yeah, you don't have to all go do this in the air here.
Absolutely.
So 58 yards here to go for McQuade to get to the end zone and try to tie this thing. Here's going to be DeMarco. Under pressure, breaks one tackle, breaks another, and he's going to throw it near side to Harding, who catches it. Is he in?
Yep.
He's in. How on earth did Will DeMarco get rid of that ball?
You see him pointing. No, they're just playing backyard football in that case. It's a great job by number 80, buying time. Wow.
I thought DeMarco was just throwing it away here.
Got out of bounds.
Yep.
Anytime.
Gain of 17, 1:26 remaining. DeMarco, swing pass over, and picking his way ahead is going to be Harding. Harding still on his feet. Harding! Harding to the end zone!
And he got horse collared.
He is out of bounds. He is out of bounds with 1:19 remaining.
There's that jailbreak screen again. We got linemen coming downfield. The hardest part about that play is catching the ball in traffic like that. But then once you get it, you hit that seam. A kid like that, big play.
Yeah, and how's that not a flag? Maybe there is a flag? No, that's boy. You got to call that.
So I think the ball's dead when he's out of bounds.
Yeah,
and
so therefore you're not calling it. Gotcha. Ball is back at the 17. DeMarco throws over the middle, and it's in and out of the hands. It was behind Palladino, trying to make the adjustment, stopping the clock with 1:15 remaining. Clock is on the side now, McQuade. They don't have to really worry about it all that much. Ball is at the 18-yard line. 2nd down and 10. Harding in the backfield. DeMarco takes the snap. DeMarco throws over the middle, and it's too tall.
That one got away from him.
Nesmith, the intended receiver on the post pattern, bringing up 3rd down in coverage, Caleb Matthews.
If they're looking for touchdowns, I think they should be looking for first downs.
Coverage on the play by number 12, Caleb Matthews.
If it's on the mark, that is a touchdown, certainly.
Yeah,
but
for sure.
Yeah, now you got to just worry about getting that first down.
Keep your chances alive. I mean, DeMarco making great plays. That wet ball is starting to come into play.
DeMarco out of the shotgun, looking to tie this game. DeMarco doesn't like it, trying to direct some traffic, throws it on the near side. Into the end zone.
Touchdown.
Touchdown!
Wow.
Harding! And now the Knights, do they go for one or do they go for two and try to steal this?
They're going for one.
Sansone is out. We take another look at this, and that he hit the pylon.
Yep.
Official is right there. Sansone to tie this game. Crowd in his ear. Snap down. The kick is up. And we are tied. McQuade with 10 points here in the final 2 minutes.
Is the script written for Martinovich to take this team down the field in 1 minute and win the game for him? We'll see. And do you kick it deep to these guys who've been returning it at will?
Absolutely not. As you take a look at the play by DeMarco.
These officials have made some really tight calls, but they've all been in position. They've been right there. I give the officiating crew some credit today.
Now the scoreboard here says Brighton has 2 timeouts. I could swear they have 1, so let's kind of just throwing that out there. But and it seems like so long ago when Grady Hopkins kicked the field goal to put Brighton ahead by 10. It's one of the games of the year if you're just logging on. McQuade and Brighton, homecoming day, 24-24. As now here will be the squib kick. Yeah, they don't want to kick it off deep. And it's going to be a good return.
Good job.
Amari Snowden getting it up to the 45. What would be the target zone for Grady Hopkins? I would think it's the 20-yard line here, Coach.
Yeah, you would think most high school kids can bang in a 35, 36, 37-yard field goal.
Well, if you said to Steve Liam before the game, hey, here, you're going to have the ball in a tie game, and you just basically, 35 yards away from field goal range, I think he'd sign up for that.
Sign me up.
No doubt about it.
Absolutely.
Is Martinovich, after the last few minutes, McQuade showing why they're the 4-time defending Class AA champions. Here's going to be the throw to the near side, and Aarons again. Boy, like a ballerina, getting those feet down. Just so smooth. That goes into McQuade territory and out of bounds at the 44 with 50 seconds remaining.
We've seen it over and over again. Their timing is down perfectly. You're getting a little bit more pressure. You know, that corner takes a chance there. You do have a safety behind you.
It's always to the right. And they're flipping the corners here. Look at that. So they're going to move Harding over to this side, which finally they're figuring that out. Is now here's going to be the handoff inside of Parks. Parks breaking off one tackle, but now Brighton, will they use their last timeout? It goes down to the 41, and they will use a timeout. So Brighton with the timeout, 2nd down and 6. We will keep it right here.
Nothing's easy.
We take a look at this last touchdown pass. And again, he hits the pylon. The official is right there. It's so hard to tell where the ball is, but I think you got to say that's a touchdown with the official being right there.
Yeah, there were 2 of them right there, and they both checked with each other. And you look at DeMarco moving his feet, stepping up in the pocket, not panicking, not getting flushed out. Young quarterbacks that are watching this game, That's what you do. That's how you buy time. You keep your feet moving and you make the play.
So I will phrase it like this. 20 yards roughly to field goal range here for Brighton.
Yes.
Second down. Here's the snap. Martinovich throws on the run. It's going to be caught. Caught at the 31, and Brighton quickly up to the line. That's going to stop the clock momentarily as they move the chains. The clock is running. Whoa. The clock operator is erring here. That should have been stopped.
That's
wow. Wow, the home clock operator doing a bad job as now that is going to be in and out of the hands. The officials had to do that in the – boy, that is about 20 seconds that went off the clock. You get the clock stops, Coach, correct, automatically at a first down.
On a first down, and then as soon as they start the box, you saw Dave Cohen get the clock going, but they definitely lost a good significant amount of time when that clock should have been stopped.
And now because the play was run, you can't go back in time.
Right.
So that's a tough break there for Brighton as the ball at the 32. Second down and 10. Here's going to be the snap and the throw on the run, and the intended receiver on the far side, Kieran Hughes. And again, good coverage on the far side. That's going to be Xavier Cox for McQuade.
Pass intended for number 11, Kieran Hughes. Falls incomplete. Coverage on the play by number
Boy, you had the whole crowd screaming here, and everybody like looking up at the press box. Third down, all of a sudden. This is out of range right now at the 32. Third down for Martinovich looking at this. He's got Welker. Martinovich throwing deep into double coverage. That's going to be intercepted. Intercepted by the Knights, and they can set up a return here to the near side and getting out of bounds, and we could be headed to overtime here. Gianforti with the interception. Not sure what Martinovich was thinking there.
He threw it off his back foot, so very uncharacteristic of him.
Yeah, he doesn't see the safety there for some reason. Gianforti, that's easy pickings. Now, Sansone, I would have to say probably the 30-yard line. I don't know. You can get it to the 30-yard line here in 6 seconds, but maybe you could have a DeMarco Hail Mary here, perhaps.
You do have a 6'5" guy you can jump up and throw a jump ball to.
There are going to be trips to the right. If you're just logging on, I think it's fair to say this has been the game of the year. 24-24. McQuade storming back from 10 down to tie this. Here's DeMarco. 5 seconds remaining, and this looks like this will be the last play as DeMarco's going to get sacked. And we are going to overtime. Wow. Okay, everybody catch your breath. We'll get out the rule book here. We'll look at the overtime rules. Everything happening here at Brighton today. 24-24 is our score. You're on the Varsity Media Sports Network.
Did you know Varsity Media now offers action photography for all sporting events? Available for individuals or teams, we'll send dedicated photographers down to field level to capture your best moments. Our rates are affordable and our photos will leave you with lasting memories for a lifetime. Contact us today, mention this ad, and get $25 off your first order. Email ben@varsitymedia.net or call 516-403-2050. Hey sports fans, did you know Varsity Media live stream broadcasts get viewed by college coaches nationwide? Through our announcers' storytelling and insight on your athletes, we can help your players get an edge on college recruiting. Find out how by reaching out to Varsity Media today, 516-403-2050, or email ben@varsitymedia.net.
Are you a local business looking for new and creative ways to promote your company? Varsity Media offers affordable rates that can get your message across to a demographic of 18 to 54 years of age. Our follower base across social media is over 50,000 strong, and our viewership numbers per game are in the thousands. Don't blow your advertising budget on old staples like TV and radio media. Reach out to Varsity Media to get the best bang for your buck.
So we're back to where we started. A coin toss. How it all began here today. As the team captains back out there once again with both head coaches.
So what they will do is whoever wins the toss will pick defense, because you want to know what you need if a field goal will win the game. If a team does score, the other team will have an opportunity to score as well. And it'll keep going. And then in the second overtime, I believe you'll have to go for two. You don't have a choice about going for one or two.
So McQuade knowing this, and if you're Steve Liam, what's your message to your team? Because basically, I think a lot of the kids there are thinking, "Oh my gosh, we have this." It's really no fault of their own. It's just football how
Right.
McQuade stormed back.
Right, and you got to remember also McQuade had 2 fumbles in the end zone from the first drive to the fumble through the end zone. So they've kind of fumbled the game away in their opportunities, but I think this game deserves to be in overtime. This will be fun.
So from the 20-yard line, this will be Martinovich out of the shotgun. Takes the snap, and we get a display blown dead.
Flag down on the play.
Well, that's not the way to start this for the Bruins, a false start.
Replay.
I didn't see it.
Well, I would think fatigue also has to kind of play into this a little bit too. So, 1st and 15 from the 25. We are in overtime. Dare I say overtime number 1. 24-24 is our score. And what has been the game of the year so far on the Varsity Media Sports Network. Parks will get the call, and Parks will get wrapped up.
Gavin Parks up the middle.
And it's going to be 75. Owen Begeman helping to lead the charge there. No gain on the play.
And Parks has had an amazing game, but I think the hands of Martinovich are going to determine this overtime outcome.
So again, there's no game clock here. Just strictly possession for possession. Kind of like college. Here's going to be the snap. Martinovich throws deep over the middle, has a man into the end zone. Is he in? You betcha! Touchdown! Matthew Heininger, the post pattern, and what a beautiful touch there by Tyler Martinovich.
Great touch. And, Heininger, who's been killing it on defense as our Mike Backer all day, makes a huge offensive play, catching the ball down right in the seam.
Grady Hopkin for a very important PAT. He's been perfect today. Snap down, kick is up, and it is good. And now the pressure's on McQuade once again. Brighton strikes first.
Well, there should be no panic in McQuade for what they accomplished, scoring twice in those last couple of minutes. But what a play by Brighton.
Nobody accounting for 22 coming on out. Cox just a half second late on that. Now both teams going toward this end zone. And I think that's noteworthy, Jason, because, well, you've got the Brighton students making noise, and they're going to be screaming their head off here. The student section just loving every second of this today.
Yeah, what a great homecoming. The weather definitely has not put a damper on this day for these guys.
It's very simple here for McQuade. Get 7 points or the game is over. 1st and 10. As the handoff on the end around going to Harding, and he's not going to find anything. Driven out of bounds. Short gain on the play.
Kieran Hughes made a great play stringing that out.
Number 11 doing his thing. Only a gain of 1 to bring up 2nd down and 9.
Yeah, those students are waking up now.
Yeah, it's going to get loud here in just a second once again, as DeMarco will be under center. DeMarco handing it off to Harding. Harding plowing ahead. He's going to have enough for the first down and more. That pile moving down the field. 1st and goal to go coming up for the Knights.
McQuaid going to what they were doing in the beginning of the game, outnumbering them with their big bodies, getting blockers ahead of Harding and running it right down their throats. Nice play.
1st and goal for McQuade.
Ball is at the 5-yard line. The snap, the handoff going to Harding. Harding met in the backfield, and he goes down. Tackle made by Nasir Smith, number 55.
He came out of nowhere. Nice tackle.
Smith with a big-time play. McQuade with 3 more chances to tie this. Palladino will come to the near boundary. Everybody else powered inside here. There's the student section all on their feet here. 2nd and goal. DeMarco pitching it. Harding to the end zone. He's in! Touchdown. The question now, Jason, do you go for the win or are you sending this to a 2nd overtime?
No, they're not moving. I think they're going to go for the win. And they didn't at the end of the game.
They're going to go for 2, or at least they're going to present like they go for 2. Wow. Looking for the call in. DeMarco leading his offensive line up. The officials yet to put his hand in the air. McQuade going for the win in overtime. DeMarco under center. We're going to get a timeout. Timeout called by Brighton.
And you each get a timeout in the overtime period.
As we take a look here at the Harding touchdown, his 2nd, actually his 3rd today, I beg your pardon, because he had the one right at the end of regulation essentially to send this to overtime. That came with just over a minute remaining.
I think it's a great move by Brighton. Take a look and see the formation. Now does McQuade come out in the same formation? That's the chess match that's going on between Coach Fox and Coach Bates right now.
Well, it's like that television commercial for the chain restaurant. You don't want this game to end. That's why I'm like, oh, they're going to go for 2. No, let's keep playing here today. Let's keep this going. Seriously, what a game for these kids today. Think of all that work you put in over the summer, in the weight room, in all these practices, and it comes down to this. The 2-point conversion for McQuade to win, or Brighton to hold. Under center. Here's going to be the handoff. And he doesn't get it! The pitch back into the end zone!
Is he in?
He's in!
Oh, my
He's
God.
in!
Wow.
DeMarco getting the pitch!
From Harding. What a headsy play.
McQuade storming the field. Coach, my question, was Harding's forward progress stopped? Should the play have been blown dead?
We did not hear a whistle. You got to hear a whistle for that to be the case.
Unbelievable ending as Harding is stopped, and he finds his emergency guy, number 80. You be the judge at home.
Final score, McQuade 32.
No whistle.
No whistle.
Wow.
And then I'm not sure if DeMarco got there to begin with. You can't tell from that angle.
Yeah, we have too many bodies in front
Yeah.
of us.
Yeah, it's impossible to tell.
Wow, what a finish.
I'm going to say this for the Brighton viewers. I thought that play should have been blown dead. I know that's a tough call to make, but yep. I thought Harding's forward progress was stopped. I thought that was it. And in the end, McQuade, in a game for the ages, winning here in Brighton 32-31 as both teams will shake hands. We won't forget this game anytime soon.
Yeah, it's one of the best high school games I've seen in a long time.
We want to thank everybody for watching here today as the folks in Brighton, we take a look here at this play once again. The pitch back. I wish we had another angle on that last one there. So, did DeMarco get in? He's diving for the pylon, and the pylon goes down, so that would lead you to believe the play counts. So 32-31. McQuade moving to 7-0. Brighton falling to 4-3 after the overtime loss. For everybody here, our team leader Ben Turchin at Varsity Media, our director today, Joel Balthaser, and Coach Jason Benham. Coach, thank you and good luck to your team during sectional play and next week as well.
Thank you. I appreciate it. A lot of fun.
Yeah, as McQuade comes out victorious today, 32-31. Thanks for watching here on the Varsity Media Sports Network.